guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. A lot of big stories to discuss. Firstly, Erling Haaland, Mo Salah, and Lewandowski operation update. Of course, Joan Laporta wants to sign a marquee world-class attacker this summer, but of course, Xavi wants to invest in defense. Also, an update on Paulo Dybala and how he wants to come to Barcelona. But the biggest news over the past 24 hours is that Barcelona have had a secret meeting. Well, it's not secret anymore, with Antonio Rudiger. Of course, he's a free agent this summer, and the club do want to sign him as they think he's a great market opportunity, and how Xavi, of course, wants fast defenders at Barcelona. Contract renewal update on Gavi and Araujo, some big positive updates about that, and also about Ousmane Dembele as well. More details on the money that he wants, and of course, the meeting that will be taking place very, very soon. And finally, another interview. El Capitano Busquets has spoken to the media. He talked about the past, present, and future of Barcelona, and also his career as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player that we have been linked with, or players should I say, are the marquee signs that we have been linked with: Lewandowski, Salah, and Haaland. Firstly, on Haaland, Sport have come out saying that Barcelona have made their final offer for Erling Haaland. It costs a total of 190 million euros for the next 5 seasons, plus the activation of its release clause of around 75 million euros. The player will take the final decision regarding his future in the coming weeks. So apparently Barcelona offered their final contract to Erling Haaland. Candaceira also came out back in the statement as well. So wait and see what happens with that. And Sport have also come out saying that Barcelona will sign either Lewandowski or Salah if Haaland rejects their proposal in the end. President Joan Laporta considers the team needs a world-class forward. Now, Ramon has already come out saying multiple times that Mo Salah does not want to go to La Liga at this current point. So I think that operation is difficult, but Lewandowski is a genuine option. Romano came out saying that Robert Lewandowski would like to have a long-term deal with his new club, something which Barcelona is aware of as they keep tabs on the Polish player. Bayern Munich are still preparing for his renewal. Lewa wants to leave this summer if he does not renew his contract with Bayern Munich. At the moment, there have been contacts between Barcelona and Lewandowski, but nothing advanced at this point. In addition, the player is tempted and open by the possibility of playing in La Liga. Now, long-term contract, that's going to be a big concern for Barcelona. I think the club maybe offer him a 2-year deal plus a 1-year option. I cannot see them offering him more than 3 years, but Lewandowski wants a minimum of 4 years. So I think this deal is possible, but I think it'll be difficult. And of course, Bayern Munich is his priority. If he renews with Bayern Munich, it's going to be over, and they do want to renew him. They just haven't talked with him, and that's why Lewandowski is pissed, because they have not talked to him, and it's been like a few months now. So we'll wait and see. Haaland final attempt, very unlikely he'll come to Barcelona. Mo Salah does not want to come to La Liga. Lewandowski an option, but his renewal with Bayern Munich is his first priority. Now, we have also been linked with other attackers as well over the past 24 hours that aren't marquee signings. Firstly, Lacazette coming in from L'Equipe saying that Barcelona are interested in Lacazette. His contract with Arsenal ends this summer. He would be joining as a free agent. I don't believe this at the moment. I think this is, Lacazette's agent getting his name out there, open up those possibilities, because right now his renewal with Arsenal is very unlikely. Keep your tabs on this, but again, this would be like a last-second sign, like a bad man. We can get nothing. He's the only option left. He could be on the table. But there is a player who actually wants to come to Barcelona and is pushing for that move, and that is Paulo Dybala. De Marzio, the best journalist in Italy, has come out saying that Paulo Dybala would like to play for Barcelona next season. Now, I was thinking about this, and I'm thinking this is what I think Barcelona will do. They're going to sell Memphis. Remember, we brought Memphis in for free. Sell Memphis for whatever money, 20, 30 million euros, and then give Memphis his wages to Dybala. He joins for free, and in the end, Barcelona will make around 30 million euros profit. I think the club may do that, with Dybala, a top world-class player, asking to come to our club. He did ask for 8 million euros per season at Juventus, which was around about 180k per week before bonuses, and Juventus said no because he's inconsistent, he's injured quite a bit. I think the club may do it. I think it all depends though on Memphis Depay. If he wants to leave, the club will be like, yep, you can leave, sell him, boom, then Dybala in on a free deal. But of course, it does depend on whether or not Barcelona go for Dybala. He wants to come to Barcelona. His first priority is Barcelona. The question now is, will Barcelona make a move? Keep your eyes on Memphis though, but this deal will be on the table until Dybala signs his new contract, whichever club he goes to. Now, a forward who will most likely join Barcelona next summer in 2023 is Dani Olmo. Like I said in yesterday's video, 24 hours later, my prediction is correct. Having been go from a yes, of course, very close to Xavi, came out saying that Barcelona have decided to sign Dani Olmo, but in 2023, when he has 1 year left on his contract with RB Leipzig, the club is in constant contact with the player. Xavi sees Dani Olmo as a key part of his project of rebuilding Barcelona. Now, of course, Joan Laporta, who's probably the best source in Barcelona right now, came out 24 hours ago saying that Barcelona are keeping in contact with Dani Olmo's representatives. I think this deal, I would put a lot of money on this deal happening next summer. This summer, zero chance. Big fat zero. It will not happen this summer. Next summer, though, I would bet a lot. I would bet probably like half my bank account. I think this deal will happen. Of course, Xavi likes the player, but most importantly, Joan Laporta, the president, he loves this player. Him and Dani Olmo are the two players that he dreams about coming to Barcelona. So keep your eyes on Dani Olmo next summer, but this summer, very, very unlikely. Now, the player who has been linked with Barcelona the most over the past 24 hours is the Chelsea center back from Germany, Antonio Rudiger, who of course is a free agent this summer. And we have been hearing in the media that Xavi wants fast defenders this summer, and Rudiger has come up over the past 24 hours. Sky Sports broke the news, credit to them. They came out saying on Wednesday night, Mateu, Alemany, and Jordi Cruyff and Antonio Rudiger's agent met at a hotel. The meeting lasted 3 hours, and Barcelona want to sign Rudiger as a free agent this summer. Now, this would be an absolutely brilliant signing. Now, you might be wondering, Sky Sports, are they reliable? Well, you know what? They have video evidence. As you can see, that is Rudiger's agent on the screen right now. He's walking into the hotel in Barcelona. I don't know how these journalists do it. And here is Jordi Cruyff and Mateu Alemany walking into that agent's hotel as well. Look at them walking in. Let's go, boys. We ain't got all day here. And then there's going to be a picture. There they are, the agent, Mateu Alemany, Jordi Cruyff meeting in the hotel. Meeting lasted around about 3 hours. And there's Mateu Alemany and Jordi Cruyff leaving. Sky Sports also came out saying that Barcelona will try everything possible to sign Antonio Rudiger as a free agent in the summer. The club value his experience and quality as well. Now, of course, this is breaking from Germany outlets. You might be wondering, what are they saying in Barcelona? Well, they've come out after all these videos have come out. Firstly, Joan Laporta came out saying that Antonio Rudiger's agent asked for a meeting with Barcelona after we beat Real Madrid in the Clásico 4-0. Now, imagine we sign Rudiger just because we beat Real Madrid. Absolute scenes. He liked Barcelona's proposal, although the conditions are inferior compared to other clubs, but Barcelona have to put many things in order first in order to complete this signing, and the meeting between Barcelona and Antonio Rudiger's agent is valued positively in the player's environment. So from the player's environment, they're saying, look, meeting went very well, we are optimistic about a deal, we'll look into it, but of course, Antonio Rudiger is asking for a lot of money, and the club don't want to pay this. But if the player comes down to what the club is offering, this deal could happen. Helena from Cope came out saying that Rudiger's agent wanted to meet with the club with Barcelona, just as he does with other clubs as well. Then the Barcelona are looking for another center back after Christensen, and Rudiger's profile fits a lot, but his high salary, of course, will be a problem. So when this report came out, a lot of people were saying, this means that Araujo is leaving. He's not going to renew his contract. The club are going to look for another center back because we can't have Piqué, Araujo, Eric Garcia, Christensen. It's going to be, too many quality center backs in one team. Well, Joan Laporta came out saying there is no link between the possible arrival of Antonio Rudiger and the contract renewal of Araujo as well. So Rudiger is completely separate, has nothing to do with Araujo. This is just another inclusion to the Barcelona squad. And finally, Moses Malloren's and Samuel Marsden from ESPN came out saying that Barcelona met with Rudiger's advisor to find out his economic demands and see if a deal is viable. Barcelona consider him a market opportunity and an interesting player and want to have the situation under control, but Rudiger, of course, the salary is going to be very high, which complicates any possible deal with Barcelona if the player is not willing to reduce it. So We're interested, we're talking. I think this would be a brilliant signing. We are kind of becoming Chelsea FC at this point, we're being linked with all their free agents, but you know what? Rudiger is one of the best center backs in the Premier League. Can you play in a back four? I've seen that question being asked on Twitter. I think it's a bit debatable, but you could see Xavi going to a back three the next season. That could be viable with all these center backs we're going for, and him wanting fast defenders as well. The back four, bit suspect. Three, the back, of course, he's absolutely world class. The question now is, will he come down and meet with Barcelona's demands a bit? He's probably asking for around 250k a week, club offering around 100k a week. They kind of have to both, make some wiggle room in there to make this deal possible. We'll wait and see what happens. We are interested, but for now, just inquiring about his situation and the demands that he would ask for. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele, Gerard Romero came out with a big bomb. He came out saying that last Tuesday, Barcelona and Ousmane Dembele's agent had a telematic meeting at the request of Xavi Hernandez. Dembele and his environment want to renew his contract with Barcelona. The club's new offer will be lower than the previous one. So, at the request of Xavi saying, Laporta, yo man, just try one more time, do it for the boys. Laporta called Moussa Sissoko. They're talking now, and they're going to have a meeting very, very soon over the next few days. The club will present a new contract renewal, but it will be less money than the one they offered him on December the 20th, of course, before the January transfer window. You might be wondering, what's the money going to be? Well, Jose Alvarez from El Chiringuito TV, not too reliable, but has some decent sources in Barcelona. He came out saying that Barcelona won't offer Ousmane Dembele a salary of over 8 million euros per season. The club want to sign him on a 4-year contract, but Dembele on that money only wants a 2-year contract. Now, 8 million per season, that's around about 150k a week. That's less than what he's earning right now, and to be honest, I don't think that's that bad. Of course, variables have to come in, bonuses, assists, goals, games played with his injury record. So I think 150k a week as a base salary, maybe going up to a maximum of 250k per week, is not that bad. But of course, what we're hearing is they want 800k a week and a 40 million euro sign-on bonus commission for his agent and the player as well. Absolutely no chance that will happen. So we'll wait and see. Like I've been saying before, and I'll say it again, he has to go back to that original offer that was offered back in December. Now apparently it's going to be on less money, so that sucks for him. Renewal is still looking difficult, but of course they're talking now, so optimism is going to rise no matter what. We'll wait and see. Still complicated, but it could be possible if they can reach an agreement. Now the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of both Araujo and of course Pablo Gavi as well. Gerard Romero with another bomb came out saying that Araujo and Gavi are very close to renewing their contracts with Barcelona. Nothing to worry about at this current moment. When a journalist says this, I'm thinking pretty much he's basically saying everything's on the right track. Nothing's, collapsing, no disagreement like we had with Ousmane Dembele back in January or with Roberto back in January as well. They're still talking. With Gavi, I'm still on the same page. I think he'll renew 100%. One more meeting, but with Araujo, I'm still a bit skeptical. But Romero also came out saying that Barcelona is planning to have a final meeting next week with Araujo's agent to reach an agreement and finalize the contract extension. Now, of course, next week we have some big games coming up. Sevilla, Eintracht Frankfurt in the first leg away from home as well. So we've heard this before. We'll see. I think if you see Araujo's agent in Barcelona next week, that means something is happening. So hopefully this is true and we can get these 2 renewals done as soon as possible. I would love it to be before the season ends. I think if the season ends and they both still haven't renewed their contracts, I would be, absolutely shiting myself. So we'll wait and see. But again, the optimism has risen over Gavi and Araujo's contract renewal, and hopefully the club can reach an agreement with both players soon. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is that our captain, Sergio Busquets, has been speaking to the media, and we have to cover it. When the captain speaks, you have to listen. He's gone through the past, present, and future of Barcelona and also his career as well. We gotta get into it. It's quite long. I'll try my best to go quickly. And of course, I will give you guys my comments as we go along. So let's get in and see what Busquets had to say. Started by saying that I think something big isn't being built right now at Barcelona. If the economica allows us, we can make some good signings to contemplate the squad and have very well planned because there are many young players who have a very high potential level. I think there is a lack of players who make the difference up front, which is what football is made up today, to score goals and to fight. So Busquets is saying, we should be signing some attackers. I don't really know, man. We'll have to wait and see. With the idea that the coach has and with the calm that the president and his board have brought, we're going for, and I don't know if that will be something big, but what I do know is that we will be there where the club belongs, and that is fighting for every single trophy available and winning everything. Then asked about the return of Leo Messi, saying yes, I would like Leo Messi to return, but it is very difficult because he has a contract with another team, and also because the way he left. Xavi says the door is open for him. Imagine a friend and a colleague like him. If he comes back, of course, we would welcome him. Then he was asked about the arrival of Franck Kessie. So pretty much he's confirming that Franck Kessie is coming to Barcelona, and he said he has to fit in with the coach who has surely seen him and signed him. And I am happy to be better and that people want to come here and they can sign. Anything that adds and gives us another profile is much better. I've seen him play. He's physically strong, loses very few balls in the middle of the pitch, has a good start, holds the ball well. I'm sure he'll do well and help us in the future. He's then asked about his future. Of course, 1 year left on his contract this summer. He said, I'm not retiring yet. I can still help. And of course, I have 1 more year left on my contract. I know I'm 33 years old. I won't be a problem when my contract ends. Maybe the coach and the club want me to continue, or maybe I think my time has come. Pitching my career away from Barcelona, yes, I can imagine it. In Europe, I don't think so. It would be very difficult for me to play against Barcelona and again, fight for the same goals as Barcelona as well. I couldn't. I'm too much of a culé. So Busquets saying, look, I could retire Barcelona, but I could retire somewhere else. If it is somewhere else, it will not be in Europe again like Xavi and Iniesta did. But I don't know. India will see the situation and what can arise, or have a different experience at another continent. So he's pretty much hinting there that probably gonna retire outside of Barcelona. So that really sucks, man. I really want to see him retire at Barcelona. I think he deserves it, but if he wants to play elsewhere, MLS, Qatar, Japan, wherever it may be, then of course I will back it. He's then asked about who can be his successor in his position. He said that in the Barcelona style, it's a somewhat complicated position, a bit difficult. Lately, there are no players of that profile. Most teams play now with the double pivot or with a box-to-box interior like Franck Kessie, who want to be up and down. It's a position where you can't move much. You have to think a lot and have everything in your head. And referentially, you have to be in one place in the field. In the squad, I see a bit more in Nico than I do Frankie, although Frankie has more minutes in the position due to his experience. So Busquets is saying that he thinks that Nico is better to replace him in the CDM position than Frankie de Jong, but Frankie de Jong is playing there right now because he has more experience than Nico. But again, he thinks that Nico could be a successor for him in that position. But there are not many players very similar to me nowadays. Each one has their characteristics, but Xavi will surely make anyone who believes understand what he has to do in that position. Am I not, or nor have I been? I will never be fast player from here on if the team does not do things well and many things happen that are not good, because it's very long and there are spaces. I suffer, they suffer, and also Usain Bolt and Conte suffer as well. So of course, Busquets knows he's slow, but of course, in game, he uses his brain and not his speed. Then he's asked about the criticism over the veteran players over the past few years. There are things that are part of football, and we know it. We are in the spotlight. We are the ones who have been there the longest. We are the one who lost these UCL games. Of course, Bayern Munich, Rome, and Liverpool. Not only us, there were more, but it's focused on 3 or 4 players. Jordi is a bit to one side, but Jordi and Sergi, I don't really have many friends abroad. We don't get many interviews, and sometimes when a player has been in the same place for a long time, it can be tiring. Unfairly or not, we have to accept it and understand it. Nothing happens. We're from the house. We want to win, and we're sorry that we did not win, but sometimes you can't. So pretty much saying, look, it's a team game. It kind of sucks that me and Gerard Piqué, Jordi Alba, and Roberto get all the blame. In the end, you have to take it, and we're sorry about that. So being fairly honest, he's asked about, the Europa League and La Liga this season, of course, winning it. And he said that both are difficult, but in the Europa League, we're in a more even situation with other teams. There are playoffs, and in the league, there are points. We'll try to win until the end, but the problem is it does not depend on ourselves. So again, saying, look, in the league, it's going to be difficult. If Real Madrid do well, they'll win. We cannot, it's not in our hands. The Europa League, though, is in our hands, and we do hope to win that. Then asked about the Clasico, the 4-0 before the international break, of course. He said from minute 20 to 70, we were the superior and we were able to score 3 or 4 goals minimum. But the problem is that after that, there was an international break in the national teams, and it seems like you're starting over again. Now we're getting players who have been with the national team in a game like that against Sevilla, which will be difficult. But if we had to continue playing it, it would have been a plus and so forth for Real Madrid. He would have been trapped, but the schedule is what it is. So he's saying, look, it's very important to win that game against Real Madrid to give us some hope for La Liga. We dominated the game, but of course, the momentum breaks with the international break, like we saw last season. We beat Real Sociedad 6-1 under Koeman. Then after the international break, we flopped. He's hoping that's not the case this season. Again, we have a big game against Sevilla, and with that big game being there, it will give the players, a big boost, big motivation. And of course, the schedule from now until the end of the season is very difficult. We had bad luck during the international break after we came back from the Clásico, and I want to be a manager when I retire. I'm going to get my coaching badges soon, and I'll try my best, and I have a lot of good managers in my career. So Busquets will be Mark 4 of the card that Dani Olmo is referring to. Of course, Johan Cruyff first, Pep Guardiola, Xavi, and then Busquets now will be Mark 4. I think I'm playing some of the best football in my career at this current moment. The team is doing a good job and everyone is noticing it. It's been a long time since we've been such a strong team like we are right now. I enjoy myself on the pitch. There will be confidence and good results. Everything will go well and everyone will end up enjoying it. The current era of football is similar to the one that we had under Pep Guardiola's style of play, but the opponents have nothing to do with what we do back then. Football has changed a lot and the competition has also changed as well. Xavi was an important reason for the team and the fans to enjoy again. He came with his own idea, gave us confidence, and worked hard, especially in the early days of his managerial career. Xavi has been working with the players that when he came, he did not understand our philosophy. Now with the new signings and the injured players returning, everything became easier. We haven't done well in recent years with a lot of different coaches. All of them have their own different style, but Xavi means continuation of the Barcelona style. So he's taking their big stab at Valverde, Setien, and Koeman, saying, look, their ideas were good, we won trophies under them, but it was not the Barcelona style. We didn't do well with coaches who came here with different ideas. Xavi came with the Barcelona style. He's a continuation of Pep and Luis Enrique. I can't say if they're better, but the fact is that they were the ones who won the most titles. Pedri is a young player and has surprised me a lot. He understands everything about the game. He's also very well positioned and calm. He listens, works, and never complains. I think I can still help the team. I have one more year left on my contract and we'll see what happens with the coach and with the club one as well. I would never become a problem for Barcelona. Criticism did not hurt me. I always receive it. Even becoming a professional footballer, I'm the son of who I am. What's inside the dressing room is very different from what you see from the outside. I'm very self-critical and I can't control the rest. So he's saying, look, I'm not going to come out in the media and start crying. I'll, reflect myself and criticize myself inside the dressing room, and the dressing room know that. And finally, he was asked about the contract renewal of Roberto, Araujo, and Gavi. On Roberto, the situation is different to what is being said. They offered him to renew, but then there have been changes. I think there's enough time to fix it. He's been injured, and I always wish him the best because of the person that he is. And the advice for Araujo and Gavi, whoever leaves will always regret it. What a way to end the interview. I think overall Busquets did very well, gave us some history about the present, past, and future of Barcelona, gave us a future about himself too, saying that, you know what, when the contract ends, we'll see what happens. If I do leave Barcelona, it will not be in Europe, it'll be MLS, Japan, Qatar, wherever. But of course, if the club wants me to stay, I will stay. If the club wants me to leave, I will leave. So of course, great speech there from the captain, and just as he said, hopefully Barcelona can go on and win the Europa League and try our best to win the league for the rest of the season. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly about those marquee signings, Haaland, Salah, or Lewandowski, think we'll end up signing one this summer or not. Secondly, on my Paulo Dybala theory, what you think about that. Thirdly, on Antonio Rudiger, would you take him at Barcelona this summer or not? And finally, on the contract renewal of Araujo, Gavi, and Ousmane Dembele. More specifically, you all think they will renew at Barcelona or not? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.